Show is firing for those who have shipped up to Boston and are ready for a treat with the matchup we have in store. Welcome to Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts, home of the Boston College Eagles. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Boston College Eagles. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Seminoles will kick it away first. And he's going to bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So Boston College's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They go to the ground. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
That's caught. It's Pride. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. Boston College will send out the punt team. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So Florida State's offense will go to work for the first time today. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy, and he's not the most talented quarterback in the country, but when he's hot, He's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him. Receivers have to make plays. The running game would be good to get going. So it's got to be a team effort because then he can really be at his best.
Looking to throw, it's Glenn. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. On the snap, it's Sawchuk. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off. The Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw, it's Glenn. They're working that left side. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Well, one of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Wide receiver going in motion. The give to Davis. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35. And the Noles lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Snags it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. And the Seminoles come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Seminoles.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. To the air on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Harris. This guy runs with some attitude, discarding tacklers, and works his way to the 19. The Golden Eagles can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. They'll run the screen. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss.
There he goes. Breaks the tackle. And a good pickup. They'll move the sticks for a first down. Let's see if they try to get another snap before the quarter expires. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Harris. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Back to pass on second down. Fires to the big fella. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. BC back to work after picking up the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's loose. Touchdown, Eagles. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And back in the day, you used to line up and your tight end was a blocker and you threw it to him short. Now, these guys are being so dynamic in space and so athletic. Now they can make big, huge plays for your offense and put points on the board in a hurry.
And he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Dropping back, it's Glenn. Snagged in the middle, it's Smith. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Quarterbacks love throwing slants to big boys. When you got big targets, man, it's hard to miss them. Great job throwing to a guy that tall, putting it near his body, and he plucks it in for the catch.
Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the tight end. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Seminoles with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll ride Davis here. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way. At least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front. I really like this call to go for it on fourth down in this area of the field. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And coaches have their scripts and their play sheets, and they have fourth and short. You know, when you get in these situations, they have plays that they're confident in. Called one here. Great job executing right near midfield.
Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Finds a man on the left. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Glenn. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. Turning it on! And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. The give to the lone running back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Back to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Robinson. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the 1st without scoring. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. It's complete. Goes out of bounds on the play, and he's got him set up 1st and goal. The Seminoles moving quickly to the line. Motion from the wideout. Slams it ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida State.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
He'll bring it out. It's Jones. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Going to try to pop one on the screen.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. That's reeled in. It's Harris. Make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. 3rd down coming up after that completion. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw it. It's caught. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Pulls it in, it's Harris. Breaks into the open. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Boston College!
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the 1st half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a stat that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
He'll bring it out. It's Chuck. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking for a man. It's Glenn. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Wants to fire on second down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. They'll immediately call timeout. The Noles have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Zings it complete to the right. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback making checks. To the air on first down. Looking for a huge play. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. Get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. And it just turns out to be a missed opportunity. You get the ball in the red zone, and you turn it over.
Momentum. It plays a big role for teams, and especially for offense.
You just can't go backwards there. He did, and they swarmed him for a safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been taking in some scene there today in Chestnut Hill. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Alumni Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Boston College ready to kick things off and start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. He'll start this third quarter with a run. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against a running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
And just an awesome job by that defender on that play. Great awareness, and he had his eyes on the quarterback, so he saw the ball thrown, and as such, he was able to go and swat it away.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking for a man. It's Berry. Got it in the middle. It's Robinson. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They want to throw it. Snagged out of the air. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Boston College. And that one. Up here in the second half.
Man, this defense has their hands full. They're dealing with a quarterback that is pinpoint accurate, making good decisions, and they're dealing with a wide receiving group that has a lot of speed and some burners on the perimeter. They might want to think about playing some more zone coverage moving forward. That's now 3 passing TDs they've allowed.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here's the handoff. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
To the air, it's Berry. Looking left. That's caught. It's Robinson. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. This guy hoping to join that long line of big playmakers for Florida State, whether it's Rashad Green, Kez McCorvey, or, of course, the great Peter Warren.
Finding those guys on the outside with game-breaking speed that you can build your offense around, that you know you can consistently throw the football, get Doak Campbell Stadium rocking, get everybody excited about Florida State.
Quickly to the tight end. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Finds his man. It's Robinson. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Ocha. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just...
To the end zone, and it's picked off. He managed to few yards. That return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Wide receiver comes in motion. Grabbed in the middle. It's Fry. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. The short hands, it's Harris. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Got a man. It's Lockwood. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. Pass completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. It's a reverse. He's knocked down for a loss of 7.
Nice job by this defense staying home, not getting fooled. When the ball goes away from me, I don't just chase blindly across the field. They see the reverse.
There he goes. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire. Here in the 3rd. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Final play of the quarter coming. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Finds his man. It's Fry. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down. That's the end of the quarter, and Boston College has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This guy's supremely talented, but sometimes the jump from high school is a little too much in some games, and it has been so far here. Big plays in the passing game have been sparse. They just haven't been able to put up many yards or points for that matter, and they also haven't taken care of the ball. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Berry. Going to take a shot at this DB. He's got it down the left. Kearney on the Jets. He's at the touchdown, Knowles. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Yeah, and a nice job in the fourth quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
Trying to barge their way in. He gets into the end zone for the two-point conversion, and the cushion is now 3. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Jones. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. At the 40, there he goes. Lots of running room. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Golden Eagles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And as a defensive player, you see so much option nowadays and so many different variants of it. And you got to play very disciplined, sound football. And you could tell he knew he was responsible for the quarterback. He goes and gets him, sits him on the ground, creates a tackle for a loss.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. And they are coming out for what will be a huge field goal attempt. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. Absolutely center cut. And here in the fourth quarter, this game is tied.
And this kicker has ice water in his veins. Fourth quarter, you need to make the field goal to tie it up, and that kid just drilled it.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. The hand to the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass, it's Sperry. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. The Seminoles racing to the line in the hurry-up.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Finds a man on the right. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. And the Noles have it with a 1st and 10. The give to Davis. Oh, he's got some space. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. And the Seminoles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They give it to him again. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
I love the play call running the football here in the 4th quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give to the back. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves in position to win.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the 1st down.
It's a good job, too, there on 3rd down by the...
Touchdown Seminoles! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
What a great game, tied late in the ballgame. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score is tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on defense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Safe completion on the screen. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Quickly complete. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
A nice play by this defense, and now you are one play away. Like, you've got the lead. You've got to pin your ears back. You're coming home, and you're playing the pass on this play, and you are trying to end this game right here.
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. He's not going to get there. A big stop for this defense on fourth down. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Under a minute to go. Just take a knee here and avoid the potential for disaster.
And we've seen it, Reese, very recently in schools that might be in the Sunshine State that decided to run the football and run plays, and it's come back to bite him. So there's nothing wrong, Jesse, with being conservative, taking a knee, taking the victory.
I think Miami and Georgia Tech are heeding your advice very, very carefully based on what we've seen in those recent years. Don't have to overthink this thing. Victory formation, leave the stadium with a W.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for them. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
They'll ride Davis here. Didn't get nearly enough done on third down. He's brought down at the 31-yard line. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys